Hi, this is a help video for problems 5 through 8 of the Unit 2 review. In number 5, you are given a function h that is related to the parent function for parabolas. And this function h, in comparison to the parent function, has 3 extra pieces. There's this -3 in the front, there's a 2, and there's a 1. And now to get more specific, we know that anything that is in this position, where I'm indicating the A, that's going to be the multiplier, if there is one, in the y direction. The fact that the 3 is negative means that the parabola flips upside down. So I'm going to write that. There's a flip over the x-axis. So this will be a frowny face parabola. And the fact that there's a 3 means that there's been a vertical stretch by a factor of 3. So this is going to be a taller sort of parabola, up and down. And then the other two numbers are going to be a change in the vertex, which slides the whole parabola over or up or down. We'll have to look at that. So this +2 is in the location of the -h. So if I were to think about this, I know it's a side-to-side slide, and I know that things that are with the x, so to speak, work opposite of what we might intuitively guess. So this is actually moving 2 to the left. You could think of it as x minus -2, and that might help you understand why it would be to the left. Maybe not. And the -1 is affecting things vertically because it is not with the x. So the -1 is moving 1 down. And both of those things I wrote in green are slides as compared to the stretches or the flips that we would get from A. Okay, my explanation of number 6. The graph of Q is a vertical shrink by a factor of 1/4 as well as a reflection. So given our previous conversation, it is the value of A, or the multiplier, that does things like stretch or shrink or reflect. So the reflection part, I know I want my multiplier to be negative, and it's a vertical shrink because this number is less than 1 in absolute value, and I've got x squared. So this is my rule for Q. The negative flips it over, the 1/4 causes a compression or a shrink. Okay, in number 7 and 8. Number 7 is written in vertex form. And so right out of that equation, I pulled out the fact that the vertex would be at -3, -4. And so I can go ahead and plot that. Oops, the wrong way. There we go, -3, -4. And I know that because there is just the number +1 right up here where I'm indicating with my arrow, that +1 just means there isn't any stretch or flip or anything like that. So my line of symmetry is going to be right down my vertex, and there isn't any kind of stretch. So I can, from this vertex, go over 1, up 1, over 2, up 4. Do the same thing on the other side because of the symmetry of the shape. I could even go over 3, up 9. 9 from the vertex, that is. And draw my full shape in here. For problem 8, this is in standard form. So to find the vertex, I would do the opposite of B over 2A. And the opposite of B would be -6. 2 is 2. A is 1. This leaves me with -3. So I know my vertex is going to be at -3 something. I need to find that something. That something is a y value, though, and I have a relationship here between x's and y's. So I know that the y is going to be -3 squared minus 6 times 3. The minus from the 3 I put out in front already, plus 5. So that y value is going to be 9 minus 18 plus 5. which simplifies to -4. Now this is exciting because look at what the vertex was of the other parabola. That's interesting. My line of symmetry, as always, will go right through the vertex. And this multiplier, there's the a value that's in the front is 1, so I don't need to change anything in terms of how I would usually count this out from the vertex. Over 1 up 1, over 2 up 4, over 3 up 5. Wait a second, this is the same parabola as the last one. And you could have seen that algebraically as well. Now, as just a little bonus, we didn't ask you to do this, but as a little bonus, I thought I would show you how one equation can turn into the other one. So take this vertex form equation, and let's remember some stuff from our other algebra classes. So x plus 3 times x plus 3 means you distribute. You get x squared, you get 3x, another 3x, and 9. So that all together is x squared plus 6x plus 9. Then if you look to this equation, there's also a -4. So x squared plus 6x plus 9 minus 4, that's what we had over here. So they're actually the same parabola. They just had different versions of their equation. All right, thanks. I hope that helped you get ready for your test.